No matter how many internet eras you've witnessed, you probably noticed that there's never been a shortage of people making a fool of themselves on the internet, and there isn't a group that's more prime of an example than Lolcows who happen to be obese. Most of their struggles revolve around their lack of accountability and their complete inability to do literally anything beyond fall for F-tier rage bait. Today we're going to be taking a look at a few people that are most infamous for both their moral degeneracy and their struggles with weight. First, we got Boogie2988. With his YouTube career starting all the way back in 2006, this guy's definitely up there in terms of OG YouTubers. When he first started posting, he found a little success posting his shenanigans, but it was nothing too crazy yet. But when he really began to explode is when he started the Francis series. Basically, he just baby rages for 10 minutes while his wife records it.
Got one thing out! I want a Mountain Dew!
You see, dear viewer, the joke is that he's fat and he's raging. You may laugh now. Over the next few years, his channel continued to blow up and he kept growing his reputation as a wholesome creator. This guy was quite literally at the top of YouTube. He really did have everything going for him. Spoiler alert, this is the part of the story where he fucks everything up. In 2018, after his divorce, his demeanor as a chill commentary guy began to vanish. Within the span of a year, his videos went from chill life advice to complaining about his life. He spent another few years completely ruining his reputation and being known as the guy who did nothing but say stupid shit. One day, he'd be threatening to unalive himself, and the next day we'd find out about the alleged psychological abuse of his newly discovered sugar baby. But then something happened that would dropkick his reputation into lows that were never thought possible. In September 2020, a content creator named Frank Hassel would come to Boogie's house to harass him. He would then respond in a completely level-headed way by opening the door with a gun pointed at him and firing a warning shot into his neighborhood. Mind you, this is what Frank Hassel looks like. This was the guy Boogie considered scary enough to warrant firing at his front lawn. Bro really committed a crime over a chain-smoking Oompa Loompa. After Boogie got charged and the situation died down, he went back to his old ways of complaining on video and begging for money. In 2023, he got relevant again after a documentary was made about him. The documentary shit on him so much, I'm genuinely confused why he agreed to be a part of it.
Tell me a little bit about your current self-employment.
I am disabled. The downside of that is I am extremely depressed, so there's some mental health issues that we bring to the table. Physically, I am morbidly obese. I have no references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife, and I'm also I'm easily injured, like I injured myself coming here today. My work ethic is not great because of the depression.
These are the people we make famous, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most insane details to come out of this documentary was one of the sex workers Boogie hired claiming her experience with him was the reason she quit sex work for good. We'll probably never know exactly what happened in that hotel room, but to be honest, I don't even want to know. After the boost in relevancy he gained from his documentary, Boogie's good friend Keemstar agreed to help start a podcast to help pay his bills. And get his bills paid he did, as a podcast accelerated the cycle of drama tenfold. Over the past year or so, he started a crypto scam.
Do you have any idea how much discipline it took to create this body? Do you have any idea how many carbs you have to ingest to maintain this kind of mass?
Got exposed for lying about having cancer. And went through some weird breakup shit. All in all, I think the story of Boogie is just another example of what happens when internet fame gets to your head. So what do I think is next for Boogie? Heart disease. Or he just loses more and more relevancy until he has no choice but to put the fries in the bag. The date is September 17th, 2013, and a woman struggling with her weight decided to post her very first YouTube video.
Hi, my name's Amberlynn and I wanted to start a YouTube channel for weight loss.
That sounds like a great idea to get the support she needs for her weight loss journey. I bet she's at a much healthier weight by now.
501.2 pounds.
Hello, it is your favorite dainty 500-pound girly pop.
What the f happened? Amberlynn Reid is an American vlogger, mukbanger, and weight loss YouTuber. For the past 11 years, she's been posting her daily life and attempts at weight loss on YouTube. Now, assuming you have common sense, the next question you're probably asking is how the fuck has she been trying to lose weight for 11 years only to end up weighing double what she started at? A common trait among fat lolcows is their lack of accountability, and Amberlynn Reid is really no different. She quite possibly has the least accountability I've ever seen from a lolcow. If Amberlynn Reid got a hold of a nuclear football and caused a global conflict public, the first thing she would do is sit in front of a camera and start yelling about her haters. The complete and utter inability to hold herself accountable has allowed a 4-part cycle to repeat upwards of 50 times since her debut on YouTube 11 years ago. The first part will always mark the beginning of a new diet. This is where she tries to convince us that this time is different. Following the announcement, she'll buy a bunch of weight loss shit and tell us that she has a better mindset this time. After 2 to 4 healthy vlogs, she enters stage 2. This is where she starts to fall off her new weight loss plan by eating unhealthy food and avoiding any conversations of weight loss. After a while of not mentioning her new weight loss plan, she enters stage 3. She'll start by announcing she quit the weight loss plan to absolutely nobody's surprise. Then she proceeds to blame literally everything wrong with her life on other people. She's even gone as far as blaming her girlfriend for her cancer. After a few more videos of her eating copious amounts of unhealthy foods, we arrive at the final stage. You'll know when we've entered this stage when she spends 3 videos in a row crying to gain sympathy. She'll title videos like she's finally holding herself accountable this time, only to do the exact opposite. And then she'll finish it off by saying she's taking a break, only to do it all again a couple months later. Repeat that cycle about 60 times over, and that's basically her entire YouTube career. But enough about her YouTube career. Let's talk about the very colorful personal life of Amberlynn Reid. She has allegedly mentally and physically abused a majority of her partners. That allegedly is holding on for dear fucking life, because these allegations are damning to say the least. Like, you're telling me you've had 5 exes come out with their story about how you were an awful person, and your response is, well, actually the complete opposite happened and they're the reason I'm morbidly obese. I wonder where I've heard her say something like that before. I don't know, guys. Maybe she's telling the truth this time. Wings of Redemption is a longtime COD player and gaming streamer. Nowadays, you can find him live streaming himself being the most unlikable person on the internet. Tuning into one of his streams will show you just how angry, depressed, narcissistic, and morally shitty this guy really is.
Look here! Look, listen! Appearing offline does not fucking stop it. So stop giving fucking advice you know nothing about. Whatever, I hope your family does an automobile wreck.
Watching this guy for more than 10 seconds leaves you wondering how this guy even got an audience in the first place. Believe it or not, Wings wasn't always like this. In 2009, Wings began posting Call of Duty commentaries. While he did get into some controversy about his playstyle on COD, he actually obtained viewers who genuinely enjoyed his content. But it all changed August 25th, 2011. You see, at this time, Jordy was a part of a podcast called Painkiller Already, where they talk about COD and other miscellaneous topics. For this particular episode, they invited a COD Zombies YouTuber by the name of Syndicate, and were having a discussion about high round strategies. In typical Wings fashion, he began talking like he was the greatest Zombies player of all time, despite having a grand total of 10 games played. After hearing enough of Wings yapping, Syndicate made a proposition that would forever change how Wings of Redemption was viewed by the public.
I could put up a fight against, in like COD 4 Modern Warfare 2 World at War. I'd do it for the fun of it. I'd go for it.
Let's do it.
And after Wings accepted and the lobby was set up, the most influential COD 1v1 in history would commence. There they were on Bog with M16s, with the entire COD community watching on the edge of their seat. With each kill, the podcast grew more silent and Wings would get angrier and angrier. And as the timer dropped to 0, Wings was met with a humiliating defeat. After the scoreboard faded away, Wings would say one of the most iconic quotes in YouTube history.
Why the fuck you stream that shit?
And after that night, Wings was never quite the same. The absurdity of someone ruining their entire career over losing a Call of Duty 1v1 is absolutely insane to me. And that's no exaggeration, because after this moment, he basically just turned into the most miserable and narcissistic motherfucker imaginable. One day he's begging for donations, and the next he's spewing the most vile takes imaginable.
The age of consent should be 12. Like, even 16 at 45, I'd let that slide.
But what about his weight? Has he at least shed some pounds? Just like Amberlynn Reid, Wings of Redemption is currently heavier than when he first started YouTube. Despite the opportunity to lose weight being handed to him on a silver plate dozens of times, it seems that Wings of Redemption has no interest in actually trying to lose weight. Well, wait a minute, it seems that just last week he's currently doing some sort of fat camp hosted by Keemstar. I wonder how that's going. That girl he pushed is his wife, by the way. And that just about wraps it up, the top 3 heaviest Lolcows. If you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button and let me know who or what you'd like to see next. If we hit 1,000 subs, I'll make an entire video on Kanye.